Hi, this is Dr. Daryl Haslam from Emotional Freedom Life, recording another video with you to help you better weather the holidays with your relatives. So, this is the second part of two videos. Hopefully, you watched my first one where I talked about key attitudes and perspectives of things that you need to do in order to not be reactive and not be a victim in these potentially troublesome or hurtful encounters or interactions we have in the holidays with our relatives. So I want to make sure you've watched that. This video now, I'm going to give you some specific suggestions that builds on those principles that will help you again put these into play. So there's three suggestions I'm going to give you, but all of them have to do with the whole idea that you need to have a plan or strategy when you walk into these situations. In sports, a team isn't going to walk into a big game and the coach says, "Well, we'll just kind of play ball and kind of see what happens, and we'll just kind of react to what happens out there and hope we win the game." Good coaches aren't going to do that. Good teams don't do that. They come in with a strategy. They come in with a plan. They come in with an idea of what they're going to do. Same in the military situation. Military forces are not going to go into an area where there's hostile forces and say, "Well, we'll just kind of see what happens, and if anybody shoots at us or fires things at us, we'll kind of deal with it as it comes." Again, they're going to have strategies. I was in the military. I know there's a lot of practice, a lot of drilling, a lot of things happen to prepare for the contingencies that may exist. If you're going to be walking into a situation where potentially hostile things may occur, you need to do the same. You need to have a strategy. You need to have some contingencies of things you're going to do for if things get crazy or overwhelming to you. So number one suggestion with that is first self-care. Have a plan and have effective strategies for stress management. A lot of times these situations create stress, emotional hurt, or heartache, or anger, whatever it might be, the reactions that might get you. So, have some strategies of what you're going to do personally to de-escalate that for yourself, to be able to calm yourself down, to be able to take a step back and put yourself back into that mode where you're acting and not reacting. So it could be taking a walk, exercising, it could be prayer, meditation, yoga, art, poetry, a journal, write it out, all sorts of things, so that you can get those feelings out and de-stress yourself, calm yourself down. That's number one. That's what you need to be able to do. Number two, develop strategies to be able to disengage emotionally in a heated or uncomfortable moment. Find a way to make it less intense. Someone might be critical or upset with you or this or that. Find a way to just kind of disengage that a little bit with yourself. It could be take a deep breath and count to 10 or 20 so that you kind of calm yourself down. It could be self-affirming comments or phrases that you might tell yourself, like, "I'm still okay," in your mind. "I'm not a problem. Just because this person's having a problem with me, I'm still okay. It's not a problem." And just recite that. Practice that ahead of time to say that in your mind. Don't dwell on it. Don't dwell on it and think about how I can't believe they're saying that to me. I can't believe they're hurting me like this. How can they do that to me? Don't dwell on it. If you think about it too much, if you get too much into it, then it's going to drag you down. So again, pull back, disengage from that emotional situation. Don't let it get you down. Another way is play a game with it. Just say, "Hey, I know this person. Every time I see them, could be my mom or my mother-in-law or Aunt Susie or whoever it is." Um, Play a game with it. "Hey, I want to see, how many times are they going to criticize me and take me to task this time, this trip? How many times? Maybe they're going to say something about my hair. Okay, I'm going to place a bet on that. In your mind, just I don't know, place a guess on it or a game where it's just kind of okay. I know they're going to do it, so they're doing it now. It's happening, and so I don't need to get worked up about it because I already figured it would happen." Say a comment on social media with your friends. Tweet it out or put it on Facebook, like, "Here I'm going into battle," and "Oh, yep, here it happened. My mother-in-law said this or that to me," whatever it might be. Make a game with it. Make it fun. Just kind of disengage from it if you need to. The third suggestion, if you can't make fun of it and you are in this hurtful situation, have an exit plan or a way that you can get out of that situation in a way that's calm and non-reactive. Okay, one of the things that I get asked a lot with my emotional freedom seminars that I do is because people say, well, you're not supposed to withdraw and do all this sort of stuff. So what do you do if someone's really hurtful or toxic or poisonous, and what do you need to do? The principle is you don't want to withdraw reactively. You don't want to fight and get into it with them because that's reactive. But if you withdraw in a reactive way and you stomp off and you slam a door or say something or cut off, and you're full of negative emotion, that is reactive. We don't want to get that way. But the non-reactive side of that is being able to set a boundary that's firm and calm. And some of us have trouble with that, and so you might need to practice that ahead of time. So what you might want to do is practice setting this boundary firmly and calmly. Just say, this conversation's over. I'm done with this conversation, or I'm not going to talk about this anymore. If you want to talk about something else, great, but I'm not talking about this anymore. It's not a subject I'm going to continue a conversation on. Or it could be, if you're on the phone, I'm hanging up now. I'm not going to continue with this conversation. Or again, I'm just going to leave the room and I'm not going to continue that. So practice that boundary, because if you can do that, that can really save you in a lot of situations. Second, make a plan with a trusted ally, companion, relative, spouse, somebody who'll give you backup in that situation. Try to do everything you can to be self-reliant with that situation. Don't blame someone else. Well, you didn't come there for me. Instead, try to do everything you can, but try to have a plan for someone who can back you up if you need to. So call someone, have someone go with you somewhere if you need to. Okay, I'm going to call you, text you, hey, I need your help. Please come rescue me, knock at the door, call. I got to take this phone call now. Whatever it might be, have someone that can be called in. Reinforcements from the military analogy, in case you just need a little bit of help. And those suggestions will help you a lot in these situations that you might have. And I hope they do help with you. So again, this is Dr. Daryl Haslam, Emotional Freedom Life. Look us up on Facebook, also on our website, emotionalfreedomlife.org. And we hope that these will be good suggestions that help you. Write some feedback on the Facebook page and let me know what you thought of these suggestions. Anyways, happy holidays and hope you have a great and happy time. Thanks.